Hi, this is Chris Terrell. We're going to be doing a general introduction to Visual Basic. Visual Basic is the editor that writes the macros for Excel. It also does it for Access and Word and Outlook, but it's mostly used in Access and Excel. If you go into Developer, here's your Developer ribbon. You can get to Visual Basic. Notice you can hit Alt F11. If you hit Alt F11, it's going to pull up that code. I'm just going to walk you through this. Right here is all of your sheets that are open. If you do have Excel AM, those are add-in folders that you have added in. Notice that this is the workbook that we're on right now. Down here you've got your properties windows, which gives you your properties for that for whatever you're on. So notice that the code name here is sheet 2. It also gives you whether page breaks, if calculation is on, the sheet name. It also, you can actually hide these. You can make it visible, hidden, or very hidden. Very hidden means that on the front end, if you're not in the Visual Basic editor, you can't see it. So these are basically what you're going to be using. User form, that's basically kind of what it says. It's a little form that you can create. We'll get into that in later videos. You can do a lot of great stuff. Make Excel just look phenomenal. The other thing that you have is you've got a module. Now modules show up here. This is where you usually put in your code. Typically it'd be sub macro 1, and then you would put in your code there. There's also functions that you can do. You can watch my function videos on my YouTube video. Let's go through some other stuff here. This is how you start. So let's walk through these real quick. So if we wanted to run a macro that said all this is going to do is it's going to return cells 1, 1, which is A1. It's going to say hello world. Okay, so that's all we're doing in this one. So if we wanted to run that, hit this button or you hit F5, and we'll notice if we go back to our code, there's hello world. We wrote a macro. The other thing that you can do is you can put, if you come out here and you make highlight in that area, that's going to actually stop it. So if I hit F5, it will actually stop at that location. And then I have to hit F5 again for it to continue, or F8 goes step by step. So just hit F8 there. This is your design mode, which you would use if you're on your user form. So if you're in user form, you'd click on here, design mode. If you wanted to put in a button, there's your button. This right here is your Project Explorer, which is this area in here. You also have Properties, which is this window. You have this, which is your Object Browser. The cool thing about this is if we put in cells, it's going to show us where those show up. So cells can actually be in an application, it can also be in a range, it can also be in a worksheet. And the classes that it has, which is really cool. So it's got, within your worksheet, you've got cells. So this is a really useful if you're trying to understand how the object hierarchy, or the way that those objects are tied together. Incredibly useful. Very good. You obviously have your help right there, and that's pretty much it. Another thing you have, which is really nice, I'm going to go ahead and close out of here. If you're watching variables, so if we go s equals hello world, what we're going to do is we're going to add a watch to this, which is really kind of a cool feature. So we're going to add a watch. Now notice if I hit F8, that's down here, right here. If I hit F8 again, which is going to go line by line, I'm going to hit F8 and it's going to change what that is. Pretty darn cool. So if you're ever watching a lot of variables, it's a great way to watch it. So that's a basic. To learn more, go to my YouTube channel, Chris J. Terrell. I've got some cool videos on functions, which is really easy way to see kind of how Excel calculates some of the most common Excel functions on the back end in VBA. Hope you enjoyed. Have a great day.